Welcome back. This is Jessie Kara, and if you're new here, I am so happy to have you here. Before we get into this video, I do want to apologize that this video is a bit late. I was in Spain for work, and because of things like two-factor authentication, I just couldn't access all of my numbers properly. But we're here now, so let's get into it. Today, we're doing my March income report. When I started this journey, I made a commitment to show up, regardless of how things were going. And I'm really, really proud of that because last month I shared that I made $0 and the month before that too. But this month I made 45 cents. Yes, I'm not going to be one of those creators or YouTube people that make you watch the whole video to then tell you how much they made. I made 45 cents. And I know it doesn't sound like much, but to me, this is such a win because my goal is to start earning money outside of wedding planning again. And we got to start somewhere, right? And this is proof that it's starting. That 45 cents came from my newly monetized Facebook personal profile. And I have to tell you, I have been so excited. When I saw, I just got monetized in the last week of March. So yeah, but when I saw that number start to move, my kids and I were literally dancing around. It's our choice how we present our business to our friends and family. And I decided to celebrate. Like we were at 11 cents and then we were at 13 cents and the number was growing and I was taking screenshots and sending them to my family group chat as it kept going up. And yes, making hundreds and thousands of dollars online is absolutely incredible, but we all start somewhere, right? And for me, this felt like proof that something is working, proof that it's possible, proof that I am moving in the right direction. And I'm generally just so grateful to even see that number start. And if you're in that stage right now, don't overlook your small wins. They matter more than you think. And as a bonus, something really exciting also happened this month. I found out that I am a finalist for the Canadian Special Event Awards. I've been nominated for Best Wedding Signature Celebration and Best Wedding Grand Celebration, which, being in the industry for 20 years, each and every one of these milestones, each and every one of these moments just means so, so much. So while one side of my business is growing and evolving, I'm also starting from zero again in another area. And I think that's something people don't talk about enough. Now, let's talk about what actually happened in the month of March, because this is the part that matters. On YouTube, I only posted one video, which was my February income report. I started at 198 subscribers and now I'm at 197. So we actually went backwards. But I do have my podcast episodes now edited for YouTube, and I'll be uploading those this month. I'm actually going to try to upload them like every 4 hours or so. So as of this Wednesday, which is in a couple of days, I can start posting them weekly. I don't want to wait until next week just because I'm traveling for the last 3 weeks of April. So just to make life a little bit easier, I know I can pre-schedule them, but just to make life a little bit more easier and know that things are done, I'll be uploading those. So I am hoping that going into April, we'll start to see a bit more traction there. On my Facebook personal profile that is now monetized, which is how I made the 45 cents, I have 3,089 followers. And then my business page, I finally figured out how to get the exact number. I think I was just having a ditz moment. I don't know why I couldn't figure it out sooner. Is 1,345. Some big numbers. Instagram. I started March at 2,117 followers. I posted a total of 10 reels and 4 posts in the month of March, and I'm now at 20,200 overall growth of 105 followers. I also just regained access to Trial Reel, so super excited about that because I know that's going to help me with reach and visibility. I'm going to try to start posting some content on there to reach people that are not following me. For my podcast, I released 4 episodes in the month of March. I had a total of 168 downloads this month. And since launching, I'm at 478 downloads total, which I'm happy. It's a brand new podcast. It's a podcast, I hate to admit it, other than one story and I think one reel. I have not promoted it very much. So I do need to, my email list as well, but we're working on it. It's a marathon, not a sprint. I think that's the saying. So we're getting there. Email list. Okay, I started March at 557 subscribers. I've sent 9 emails. I sent 5 of my Sunday newsletters and 4 podcast episode reminders. And consistently since I started doing these reports, I am down. I'm now down to 554 subscribers. So, but as I mentioned last month, as you start posting more, especially because it was a redundant list, I will start to hopefully slowly see some change, but this is normal. People signed up, they purchased something, and then no longer are in alignment. Maybe they got married, maybe they're no longer in the industry, or maybe they just signed up just to see what I was up to, and now they're gone. But yeah, slight drop there, but it is what it is. What matters most to me is that consistently newsletters have gone out. TikTok, surprisingly, I am at 624 followers. That's an increase of 8 followers, but I don't post anything. So that tells me there's opportunity there if I actually decide to show up on that platform. And behind the scenes, I've been working on my lead magnets and my paid course offerings. We created 3 new lead magnets, actually 2 completely new lead magnets, and one that I refreshed that I was using a couple of years ago. So funnels are starting to be built. I did bring somebody on for Pinterest. There was no change in my Pinterest. We're still at the 13 followers. But although she's trying, I'm not fully convinced it's the right fit. But I think that's also part of building a business that people don't always talk about. You make decisions, you try things, you bring people on, and sometimes it just doesn't work. And sometimes it does. So you just have to be really willing to adjust. I realize that I think my energy right now needs to continue going into my lead magnets and paid products and just social media, Instagram and Facebook for now. Obviously I'm on YouTube, but for daily content, I think those are the platforms I want to get sorted. And then Q3, I think, is when I'm going to shift back to bringing Pinterest back to top of mind. Yeah, I think I need to work with somebody that has a bit more strategy, but I won't give up that quickly. So I think I need to have a call and set expectations and kind of see what's going on. So dealing with that. I am dealing with one other thing when it comes in my business, but I think I want to deal with it before I share. Actually, I'll probably record a completely separate video about it because it is a hard one, but I will share a video. It's just with a client, so we'll figure that out. But I want to really be honest about something. I have been struggling to show up, and not in a dramatic way, just in a way that a lot of us do, knowing that we need to, having the support, having a plan, and still not fully executing. And I take full ownership of that because I've built a team to support me. I have the ideas, the vision, but if I don't show up, nothing moves. So just trying to be a bit more consistent and not allow what's going on in my planning business to come into this side of it. But at the end of the day, I am only human. I also think it's a part that people don't talk about enough. We talk about strategy or growth or how well things are going and whatnot. We talk it's becoming more and more common to talk about money and income, but we don't talk about the discipline it takes to show up when you don't feel like it, because progress doesn't happen overnight. It's not always visible, and sometimes this is what it looks like. 45 cents. Okay, it's 45 US cents. Okay, so that's almost $1. And we don't talk about losing subscribers or minimal growth or wondering if what you're doing is actually working. But I know what my end goal is, and I've made that decision that I'm not stopping. So here I am showing up even when my numbers are going down and I made 45 cents, and I will continue to show up. And if you're in a season like this where you feel like you're doing the work but not seeing the results just yet, please understand this. This part matters. It matters in the long run. This is where a lot of people quit. But if you just keep going, that's what's going to separate you for the ones that didn't make it. So going into April, the focus is simple. We're going to show up consistently, execute the plan, stop overthinking, and I'm actually going to give this the energy it deserves. And I'll be back next month, or actually, in May with my April numbers, and hopefully better. You know what? Not hopefully better than 45 cents, better than 45 cents. But either way, I will be here. And if you're building something of your own, I'd love for you to follow along. And if this resonated with you, make sure you're on my email list. I share a lot more there. The real behind the scenes, the lessons and what I'm building. The link is in the description below. Yeah, so I will see you in the next one. But before I go, in next week's email, the week after, I am announcing something super fun. Well, not super fun, it's not fun, but it's something that you need in your business if you are looking for creating different streams of income and just diversifying your income. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, watch the last video that I posted about your exit plan. So anyways, I will see you in the next one. I hope you have an absolutely amazing month ahead before I come back with my income report. But before then, I will be posting more of my Planner's Perspective podcast episodes as YouTube videos and try to bring you more content as well. So yeah, have a good one. I'll talk to you soon.